Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is becoming a longtime friend. Broke but bountifully blessed Carol's been with us for many months now. I'm unsure if it's 6 months. I think it's probably somewhere around there. Could even be a little bit longer, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that. But this is a creator who's here with us regularly and engages conversation in the chat, which is the most important part of what we're doing while we're doing it here. Basically, the wheel that you see spinning and the order in which we promote channels is determined by activity in the chat. We know that friendships are the best way to grow our channel with a strong and solid foundation. Imagine if your channel had 100 true friends, and I'm not talking about subscribers, I'm talking about people who were there almost all the time to support most of what you're going to come out with, so that every video would get its first 100 views within the first 24 hours. That's a great start for a channel and a great launching pad, a wonderful milestone to look forward to. I know lots of people here in the Tuber Chat community and family are far beyond that now, but we all started at zero, myself included, with many different channels, and as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. Broke but bountifully blessed Carol is already at 746 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 750 we know they're going to be thinking about. They post videos frequently. They give us a lot of information on their About section. They talk about surviving on Social Security after retirement. One of the things they do is grow a lot of their own food, and then they bring us things like subscription service boxes, and they talk about food bank grocery hauls as well. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos. It's going to help us with our YouTube journey. I'm going to put that into a special playlist I have. I call it my catch-up playlist. It's a fun name for a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. We see some spiritual inspiration here included in the shorts videos, and these are already getting into hundreds of views, one over 1,100, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel, and she's live frequently, so hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been about a month already, but hopefully we'll all have the notification bells on for every single channel, and that'll give us the best chance of catching each other for things like live streams and premieres and every other thing. So thank you everybody for coming in. I know Just Jason Keto is out on the road. He's actually on a trip of sorts right now and far away from home. So making extra effort to come in, and I really do appreciate that. I never want anybody to feel obligated, especially our moderators, but anybody at all. I do appreciate every moment. We have a wonderful collection of dear friends in our moderator squad, many of which have been with us for many years. And they're all dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but they all have an overwhelming sense of generosity. I would like to think that's what draws me to them. But you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members on your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat whenever you're visiting them. So I'm expecting Just Jason Keto will likely have some different footage for us, considering his trip, and his Thursday night live streams will be back in action, probably starting as early as next week or the week after. Scratch and PPA is up at the top of the wheel, as always, in the pole position. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is right beside him there. Michael's Adventure sent over a premiere earlier again, and he's done that 100 times, if not 1,000 by now, and I really do appreciate that as well. He premieres every single day and is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. There's been a little bit of activity in the chat as well. So John H. Shelton dropped a super chat earlier. We're going to look at his channel next. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll get that ready in another moment here. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Home by Design with Marilyn has also done that many times before. I had them on the wheel, but we'll push them a little bit earlier now. And then A Simple Family Lifestyle has done that. All of these creators have done that kind of thing before. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course. And I've got a few more names on the wheel. Coastal Waters, a longtime dear friend. Her and her husband both have been members for many years here in the Tuber Chat family. Model Lorianne is somebody who's a new friend, just being with us for a week or two now. Mona Did What has been with us for many years, and Create and Relate by now has been with us for at least a year. It might be getting on 2 already. I also see Diamond Painting Jotun in the house. And then Fairbrick Studio is here. I've been running into them all day supporting other creators. And then Matthews Bushcraft from the Big Family Expedition is in the house. Butler Family Farm is bringing their check mark into the chat. They long past 100,000 subscribers now. Kathy is in the house as well. And Front Porch View of Texas, thank you for coming in. Hopefully we're not buffering, but it can happen from time to time. And then Fuzzy Adventures and More, along with Storytime with Uncle Bill, are both in the house. Timmy, the racing channel's here just about every day. Chris's Creation Fun is also, Kaiser Gaming YT. They've been with us for many years. Also, Crystal Dragon House of Creations Rita is a member, so we're going to, put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Hearth and Home is here, and thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And then Driving Daily, I know, is in the house. And I don't mean to miss anybody. Canadian Family Life is also on the road. They're from New Brunswick, but all the way in Ontario. Either by now or close to it. They were traveling through Quebec as far as I understood. And it's quite a trek. It's quite a long journey. But they'll be having a great trip to tell us about when they get back. And then John H. Shelton, Short Films and Vlogging, is a longtime friend. He's been with us for about 5 years as well. This creator brings a lot of art on his channel in different types. He brings song, he brings poetry, he brings literature, he brings filmmaking, vlogging, and happens to be probably the biggest Godzilla fan that I know of in the Tuber Chat family. He posts frequently. He's from the UK. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, and he's officially on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, and so since he's passed the 1900, we say he's officially on the road to 2,000 now, which is another exciting milestone. And I'm just going to grab his latest Abbott and Costello video. I'm going to put that into that special catch-up playlist that I talk about, and you can see how frequently he's posting over here. And then he's got a lot of shorts on the channel as well. These have started to get into 1,400, 1,600, even 1,800 views. And then live streams on the channel. He does these occasionally. You can see every couple of months he'll drop a live stream. It's always some kind of a special edition or special occasion. So hopefully everybody will connect with John H. Shelton, Short Films and Vlogging, and see what else he's up to. And he's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter over all of these years. So again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I feel like I've missed a channel. I know MLY Bird Farm is here. And as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So John H. Shelton, thank you for that super chat, by the way. Home by Design with Marilyn did the same thing, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Home by Design with Marilyn, this is a creator that's going to help us with interior design ideas. As a matter of fact, they get into exterior design ideas as well. They'll go as far as to take us shopping and show us how we can pick out design elements that are budget friendly or cost conscious, if we want to put it that way. And I see they're posting like crazy lately. They're posting at least every other day by the look of it. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list again. We see that they focus on modern, elegant, and cozy design, but like I said, they'll help us understand how to find the things we want, and they've got do-it-yourself videos along with the shopping hauls, which will help us when we're thinking about our interior or exterior design ideas. 1,500, 2,400, 3,000 views on their shorts videos here, and like most creators, they're bringing some variety into the shorts videos, regardless of category or niche of the channel. And then they've got live streams over here up to about 6 months ago as well. They're right on the edge of 4,000 subscribers right now. I know lots of creators are doing things like promoting through the YouTube studio with the advertising program available and other things to grow their channels a little bit more quickly. And I'm unable, to be honest with you, to determine which channels are pushing harder like that or who's out there kind of working harder to grab organic subscribers. But I'm always curious to know. So if anybody wants to reach out, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I'm always curious to see how some of these different things are working out for people. Berdazzle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And 3 Cheese and Me is also in the house, another longtime friend. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Home by Design with Marilyn, thank you again for your super chat. Simple Family Lifestyle did the same thing, so we're going to look at their channel right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at what a Simple Family Lifestyle has got going on here, a lot of vlogging to start with, and they let us know they're going to have some motivational quotes, some motivation and inspiration, but they've got a lot of delicious looking cooking videos on the channel as well, and then some more variety in the shorts over here. These have started to get now into 1,600, 2,000, 3,700 views on one of these. Whenever we look at the shorts page on a channel, we click on the popular tab, but we notice that the videos are all out of order. It's because some of the most popular ones are still moving. They're getting a lot of views right now and they haven't settled in the algorithm. So that's a really cool and exciting glitch that they've got going on. And then you get a look through the thumbnails at the different things that this creator is bringing to us, along with live streams. And these are more relaxing and meant for people to kind of trickle in and out. They go on for many hours. Lots of creators are putting out live streams like this lately. They let us know they're going to bring lifestyle content, recipes, food vlogs, and then some other inspiration and motivation as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with a Simple Family Lifestyle. They've long passed their 1,000 subscribers now and are on the road to 1,100. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther in that direction as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Vintage Style by Joe is in the house as well. And then Diamond Painting Yotun is asking, last time your views are dropping. For most creators, views don't really drop unless it's a fairly new video. So you might see like a pump in views and then the algorithm will kind of settle after a little while. But if you're dropping views in general, that's a little bit uncommon. The only thing I can suggest is considering where most of your subscribers are coming from and where most of your views are coming from if you're promoting in some particular way on another social network or here on YouTube or anything like that. Subscribers is a little bit of a different story because we know YouTube plays games with our subscribers and all the other numbers all the time. The best thing we can do there is just make sure we're always doing as much as we can for others, especially when we're first connecting with people. And that means, like in our description, the instructions say we want to watch a full video of at least 3 minutes from beginning to end. And then we want to make sure that we leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on. Some of the hints that I can give everybody, though, is I describe the minimums here. We've been doing this for 5 years. We know it always works. When I put channels on the screen, if they've been up there before, they're always subscribed. My subscriptions always stick. We've seen a few glitches over the years, but that's the minimums, right? 3 minutes we say for videos. I typically like to watch things that are longer. Or what I recommend is taking an extra couple of videos and putting them into maybe your watch later list or another playlist that you can watch or run after. What that will do is show YouTube that you cared so much about that creator's content, you already went back for seconds and thirds, and that might give it a little bit more of a solid connection. But these are just ideas. When we leave comments, I recommend 3 or 4 sentences so that your comments really stand out, because we know most comments are a sentence or 2. I'm just as guilty as everybody as rushing and getting through things as quickly as I can. But when somebody, we all know this is true, when somebody takes the time to really write a few considerate things in our comments, good or bad, but usually good, then we really appreciate that, and it stands out. For sure. That's a strategy on a lot of social networks. We don't think about it all the time because there's so many bigger YouTubers out there, or bigger channels, or bigger social media profiles and stuff, where people look like they're having so much success. But we all know what it's like on platforms like TikTok or Instagram or anywhere else to get even 2 or 3 comments or 4 or 5. It's exciting, and that's most people. It's the majority. It's not the 90%, it's the 99%. So we think about that when we're out there commenting on other people's stuff. Angie's Oddities, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And I see that Kaiser Gaming YT just dropped a super chat as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Butler Family Farm took over the Stream Boss for free this time. Every super chat, milestone message, and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the video game life meter you see under my camera there. It's called the Stream Boss. It's an online service, so we know it glitches as much as everything. Their avatar's not showing up right now, but they did take over the position. And highlighted milestone messages are a free bonus for anybody who's a member on a channel wherever they're enabled. The creator has to enable them. You can turn them off if you want to, but we leave them on here. And it's a cool extra thing. So if you see that video game life meter there getting down to less than 500 points, a highlighted milestone message is enough to take it over. So we'll see if that flips again today. Izzy Pop, thank you so much for another super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we're going to look at Izzy Pop next. And Kaiser Gaming YT is coming up right this second. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And that's right, Crystal Dragon House of Creation says there's never enough hours in the day to watch so many great channels. And it's true. The only way that many of us can get through hundreds of videos a week is with playlists. Literally, we set them up. You see me do it through the whole live stream here. And I happen to keep statistics for every single stream. The biggest reason why is to make sure nobody is ever forgotten. So I had a little bit of practice before starting Tuberchat 5 years ago because I'd already run a few more channels, right? But the idea is to make sure that we're always recognizing those who got us where we are. Let's just say, because that's going to go for everybody. Even if you feel like you're just beginning, there's going to be a day you look back, you're going to see channels you haven't seen in a couple of years, but you'll remember that they helped you when you felt like you weren't getting enough help from other people. And then that hopefully motivates us to give everybody a little bit more help. There's only so much we can do. I hope nobody feels guilty or bad about not being able to do enough, because I promise you, as long as we're all doing as much as we can, everybody will be just fine. And we've seen that over the last 5 years as well. Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan, thank you for coming in. I've got them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then, yes, Vintage Style by Joe. I usually have at least 4 windows running. There's thoughts out there that Pete might have anywhere from 6 to 8 going. I'm not sure. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Matt and Mouse just came in, fellow Canadians. And then I see Tim Mitchell coming into the chat as well. Oh, the Stock Explorer's here too, Nora. I was actually wondering, I have a full-time gig now, so the weeks are going by pretty quickly. I noticed, like, after a few days, I'm like, oh, wonder when this person's going to go live. And Nora doesn't have a schedule, but the Stock Explorer is another beloved and dedicated moderator that's been with us for about 5 years. And she goes live usually a couple times a week as a minimum. They're almost always pop-ups, but it's never too long. It's never more than 3, 4, 5 days before they've got another live stream. So hopefully they'll bring us another one soon. And hopefully I haven't missed any. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat either. Kaiser Gaming YT is actually Chris's Clever Craft, and I'll show you his original channel in a second. But a few years ago he started this gaming channel and has been posting here like wildfire. This creator's working on 1,600 subscribers over here. But he's also monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's got plenty of videos, usually with popular titles. He's mixed up the games a little bit. He'll give you some information on his About section. And then he's got some shorts over here, which tend to do well with gaming channels because almost all of us have played some kind of a video game at some point, and between the silly things that happen, or when we lose our lives, or get smashed, and all the other different things we can do, it makes for perfect content for really short clips. So some of these 9,000, 10,000, which is great to see. I think those are Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite yet, but I've seen it a million times. Kaiser Gaming YT as well does a lot of live streaming, so they tend to go in series. You'll see a lot of Final Fantasy lately, but if we really dig back through some of the older live streams, you see a lot of Fortnite and other titles as well, so you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. I said I'll show this creator's other channel, Chris's Clever Craft. He's been with us for about 5 years as well. And Chris's Clever Craft is now working on 700 subscribers on this channel. And this is where he's going to post a lot of do-it-yourself videos. This guy likes to work. As a matter of fact, I've been catching him for lots of live streams lately. And you can see, I think he's streaming every day by the look of it. He had one the other day that said, I think this project's going to be done. He might have changed the title on that one. But Chris's Clever Craft is always working on something. You can see he does like all interior renovations and this and that. He's got a really interesting property, and he brings us both indoors and outdoors for a look around. Lots of stories to be told, occasional product reviews, shout outs for other creators, and shorts on the channel as well. One of these shorts is still growing. He's got 1,500, 16, 3,200, and one at 33,000 views, which is great to see. That one's still moving. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chris's Clever Craft. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. The same creator behind Kaiser Gaming YT. And thank you for another super chat. He's done that a million times before, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, of course. Forgive me, I feel like I'm going to mispronounce this, but I'm going to say she's Tamika. And then just please let me know if there's a better way to pronounce that. But thank you for coming in. I believe this is your first time here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat as well. Pardon me, my allergies are on me like crazy. Everything starts right before I press the live button. You know, as soon as I say go live, my voice starts to crack and my allergies come on. Yep, on YouTube does look at what IP addresses, multiple accounts from the same IP. You can have multiple accounts. I have several. I have many accounts. I'll show you, like, for instance, right? Some of these are not even mine, but, like, between these, so a lot of them are experimental, and then I moderate for a couple, or manage a couple of channels. But I've run many before, so I usually have a lot. And then I've got even a personal channel here, and we have a copyright free music channel as well. Lots of channels, all coming from the same IP address, right? And I'm watching all kinds of stuff, but we've done experiment after experiment over the last 5 years with lots of help from lots of creators, especially our moderators, working on watch hours and making sure we know what counts and what might not count. So my recommendation is that watch hours seem to count only the first time around. We can't just rewatch stuff. We can't put it on a loop. We can't put it at 4 times speed, which is a new thing, and all that. The idea is, I've said for many years, the YouTube algorithm is smarter than we think it is. And even when I say that, it's smarter than we think it is. So I have a hard time believing we're ever going to be able to do anything to trick Google. And what I would recommend for everybody as well is, when we're thinking about growing our channel, working on views, subscribers, and especially watch hours, I would recommend spending the time to get a new friend to trade with, than trying to find ways to run things more than once. Because I know creators try to do that, but you can understand what I mean. 100 friends is a lot better than 50, is a lot better than 25, right? For instance. And, you know, subscribers follow. So, I got off on quite a tangent there, but I just wanted to mention, I'm not sure what you mean by IP addresses and this and that, but like I said, I've had many accounts, hundreds of accounts by now, probably over the years, on same IP addresses with lots of social networks as well. She is Tamika. Oh, of course. Yes, I should have realized that. She is Tamika. Thank you for that. Oh, and forgive me. Okay, I was mistaken. I thought you'd been here. I thought you'd not been here before. And then, yeah, Vintage Style by Joe. Actually, the other day, too, I had a disaster. I'll let everybody know what on earth went on. I know some of you showed up for the live stream 3 days ago, and it ended up not happening. I thought I was going to be able to get it working, and what it was is I updated Streamlabs Desktop, which is what I stream with. I'll show it to you right now. Here's the screen right here. And I had updated, but what happened is AVG, which is the antivirus that a lot of us use. They have it for Mac too. I've been using it for years. It caught a false malware error. So it thought there was like possibly malware, but there's not. It's just because some of the background stuff in Streamlabs Desktop, you know that these programs have to control our camera and our microphone and other things. So it was such a headache to try to get that working, and finally I managed to get that figured out. But it was an easy fix. So in the end, it was an easy fix. It just took me forever to get to it. So these are the things we have to think of. My recommendation is, don't update your software on the day you're going to go live, just in case, because I've done that many times. And then luckily we have a community like this where we can reach out to each other when we have trouble like that. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody again. I know I say it a million times. Coastal Water, yes, roll call. Coastal Water is a longtime friend who inspired the name for a command I use just to see if the chatbots are running, like Streamlabs and Stream Elements and Nightbot and Botrix. John123, Canada 42, good to see you in the house. They happen to be here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, where I am, and I'm able to catch them frequently. They do a ton of live streaming down here, actually, lots and lots of it. They've caught things I haven't seen yet, like the laser light show, and things like that. Lots of fireworks. I've caught those. Hearth and Home. When we talk about the idea of leaving a package, YouTube has a very strict rule. You are not allowed to subscribe to a channel just because they subscribe to you. We're not allowed to offer it. We're not allowed to basically even talk about it. So we don't. We say a lot of silly things in the chat. Of course, we're here for much more than that, but subscribing is a part of it. So what we say is we're going to visit your house and leave a gift or leave a package or leave footprints or something like that. And we say a few other silly things as well, but that's all it means, is we're visiting your channel. Leaving a package means leaving a comment on a video that you'll be able to go and find afterwards, right? And then Crafty Witch 232, good to see you in the house. I think I caught Andy streaming last night. Am I right about that? They're a member, so I've got them on the wheel right away. And then Tim Mitchell is making a few more names green. He does that in every single stream over here. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. He's gifted countless memberships here, so a few more people have got them. What we might see is some of the recipients that weren't already in the chat might come in, because the notifications for gifted membership seem to be the best on all of YouTube, and we see that frequently, if that makes any sense. Just trying to catch up with the chat in a quick second. And then, yeah, front porch view of Texas. A few people will recommend things like when we're thinking about watch hours, like clearing the cache or resetting your browser or things like that. But again, these are the kind of things I would never spend time on, because it's going to take you longer to figure out whether that's going to work than it is to just get somebody else to switch with. But I'm unsure, and I don't do things like use VPNs for anything. I just don't have need for them, so I don't bother. But we've got plenty of people here that are willing to help each other with watch hours and things like that. But I've always got at least 4 windows running at a time, usually with live streams or sometimes a playlist or a premiere. And that's every morning, every night, hours every day, and that's been going on for years as well. And forgive me if I'm missing anybody in the chat. I know Handicapped Traveler has come in. Rushingman Mountain, I hope I said hello earlier. Ruby was on the road while Michael's premiere was going on. KP Heathen, good to see you in the house. That's another hard worker out there. And then, oh, thank you, Tim Mitchell. Yeah, I struggle with the same thing. I'm lucky enough I use a couple of phones. So iPhone is my regular thing. I use an Android right now. And I have a brand new, very special phone on the way with a long story that's going to follow. But it's going to prompt me to do at least some streaming and an unboxing video and every other thing for the Solana Seeker phone. So that's the first I'm mentioning of it, but I heard today, I got the email that says it's on its way. I'm guessing a week, but we'll see. But that happens to be an Android phone. And what we're talking about here between Tim Mitchell and myself is when you're on an Apple device like an iPhone or an iPad, it is all but impossible to do things like gift memberships, where it can be done on Android. So I usually keep 2 phones. Most of us who do outdoor live streaming, although it's an extra expense, end up keeping a secondary phone, because while you've got one you're filming with, you've got another one you can read the chat with, right? Because people love it when you keep up with the chat, and they don't like it very much when you don't. So I try to keep one phone on an extremely cheap plan. I'm in Canada, so it can work out to about $15 a month is the cheapest I've ever seen. And then I keep a nice beefy, we've got like, I don't know, 100 gigs or whatever it is. And I tend to shop. I call the company every 6 months to 9 months to see if there's something I can do to get the bill adjusted or lowered. And sure enough, I'm at probably as cheap as I can get them now. The Bud Files is in the house. Good to see you in the house. Not so much about, it's just about cost effectiveness. Why pay more for something if you can avoid it? I want to try not to overpay for things. I believe in value for every dollar where possible. And then yeah, I hope nobody in the chat that is fairly new, if you're here for the first time or if you've only been here a couple times before, please don't feel rushed. The best advice I can give everybody is to take your time, meet people one by one. There are always brand new channels here. There are always channels that have been with us for years here, and a mix of everything in between. And plenty of opportunity. We're here every 3 days for 3 hours. So lots of opportunity to meet lots of new friends. And the best advice is to make the first move. Reach out to other people with a simple hello, get a conversation started, let them know you want to connect with them. Because we got to remember that people are hopping in and out of the chat all the time, too. I looked at the analytics today, and I think it said that 50 or 60% of people are on a phone here. Barely any on a television. That's becoming a bigger thing for every other kind of channel, but it's not as helpful. I appreciate anybody watching on a TV if you are. I know how we do that. We watch on TV, but we chat with our phone. But here in Superchat, it's mostly on a phone. So people have to leave to go visit another channel and then come back in. But that's what we're supposed to be doing, and it happens all the time. And then yeah, searching, finding, and clicking on each other helps. The channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. So, forgive my long-winded speeches here, like usual. Well, we've got a little bit of action here. Izzy Pop dropped a super chat earlier. Tim Mitchell gifted a handful of memberships, and we put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll look at those channels. We'll get to spinning the wheel soon, I'm sure. Okie Zeden, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get you on the wheel right away because they happen to be a member. But we got lots of time to put lots of channels on the wheel and the screen, well over 2 hours from now. And what we'll do is we'll take this break. Right before we do, I'm going to play a clip from one of our interview videos. These are in a playlist and listed as a podcast now. They're extremely informative because I tried to ask these creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, knowing that they have been through and are going through all the same things that we are with their channels. They've all passed 10,000 subscribers now. Thrive, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then Okie Zeden, I did promise to get you on the wheel. So let's have a look at this clip, and we'll see what Curmudgeon Alaska has to say. Their channel's growing like crazy. When we talk about your channel and what you bring on YouTube, you're very forthcoming, you and Sarah both, about the idea that you want to share your life with everybody, which you do. Now, from what we've known each other quite some time now, I think it's getting on a couple of years. Forgive me if it's not longer than that, Rob. But what I see is authenticity in your true willingness to share. My imagination tells me that the magic on your channel is that people who are thinking the way that you do find your content and it just clicks with them because they're like, yes, exactly. And that introduction video that you've got featured on the front page today is a perfect example. But I really want to know what you think, because I can have my impression looking through a screen at your content. But where do you think the magic comes in your channel?
We try to keep it as simple as possible. If you see some of our earlier videos, we had an intro, and we noticed we call it a hockey stick effect,
Okay.
where the videos go like this and they flatline.
Yes.
So we actually did away with any intros. I might talk for a couple seconds, but then it goes right into the video. And I think that's part of what's been helping, because I started right around the time that the channel really took off. And it seems to help a lot. Trying to add fluff, I don't want to do that. I want to see what's going on. Occasionally I might throw in a nice photo or a quick clip, but I don't focus. I want people to see exactly how we're doing it, how we're living, what we're doing it, and how we're doing it. Because if I add fluff, it's to me, it's kind of taken it away.
Yes,
I want
yes.
them to see, the authenticity of what we're doing here and not try to either over dramatize it or
Mhm.
oversimplify it
Yeah.
because there's nothing simple about being out here. And,
It doesn't seem like it, no.
and to dramatize it is just silly
Yeah,
because it's not real drama. I don't want
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do. I want it to be real. I want it to be how Sarah and I are. And how you see us interact in our videos is how we interact together and off camera.
It seems that way. It really does. I think you both have we use the word charisma. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And I
Yes.
think people can get your authenticity. When you talk about the idea of intros, that's a great tip. I know a lot of our friends won't like to hear it, but when you take the intros out of your videos or cut them very, very short, videos might do better. I've had the same success myself. Everything doubled, tripled, and quadrupled the second I took them off. So I'm going to show everybody something before we go on that break. But I hope everybody goes and watches those videos when you have time. There's 5 of them now, a 6th one coming. They're all between an hour and 2 hours long. But you can get an idea of how informative they are based on these creator stories. So in the background here, not only did Kristen make homemade pizza again today, which is one of my favorite things, but she's been baking for months. Look at this beauty, and it's nobody's birthday or anything like that. It's just because she knows that I love cake. Michael's Adventures will be rolling his eyes right now. Thank you, my love. Let's take that break and then we'll come right back. try to make this quick, but I have to tell you an embarrassing story. So birthday cake is like my favorite thing, right? I go on about pizza and things like that, but birthday cake, it gets me. If I see somebody walking anywhere with a cake, I have to know where it's going and what it's for. And I've had cakes for many ridiculous occasions. A friend got a haircut, so we got a cake. And I had explained this love of birthday cake to a certain friend, and that friend ended up buying one of those huge Costco, like ridiculous, enormous weapons grade style cakes, right? And he literally put it in the fridge in a place I was staying for a while to see if myself and the other person in the household would eat that entire cake. And much to his surprise, yes, we did. As a matter of fact, I had cake for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner all week. So just Jason Keto must be cringing right now. And I know Michael's Adventures is probably, I'm hoping, laughing, but he might be rolling his eyes. I don't know. But yeah, Kristen, I don't know why, has been baking up a storm like all summer, and it hasn't stopped yet. So Izzy Pop is up on the screen. This is another longtime friend. And this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter has dropped another super chat. She's done that 100 times before. And this creator is going to help us with a few different things, as a matter of fact. So in their videos, they often bring us interesting music and interesting animations. But when we read from their About section or About page, we're going to get the idea that they're going to help us understand digital art and a lot of the digital art tools that are available online. They've always been known for these elaborate banners, avatars, thumbnails, for instance, and they change them up frequently. Also, they're working on 1,900 subscribers right now, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they've got shorts on the channel as well. There's a bit of variety here, but you see more animation and glorious, beautiful looking digital art to go along with that. Their shorts are starting to really move too. They had one here at 1,300 views, but they got another one taken over at 1,600 and another taken over at 1,700 now, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. Now, I'm lucky because I've caught Izzy Pop live many, many, many times before. We've joked many times that, you know, their live stream can start possibly with a theme or a subject and then can go in any direction after. But that's true of most live streams, right? Unless there's something specific. Some of our friends will do online auctions, or other people are like scratching lottery tickets, let's just say. But conversation usually starts to take off, especially when the live streams go on for hours. But Izzy Pop has a very loyal and dedicated audience and community around their channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. I'm going to drop their link one more time here, because they can be tough to find no matter how hard we try, just because of the artist Iggy Pop. It kind of skews the search results. So I'll drop this link in the chat for everyone, and I hope you'll connect. And thank you again, Izzy Pop, for another super chat. They've done that kind of thing a million times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And then Tim Mitchell is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
I love you.
It's Chocolate Drop is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel as well. And Tim Mitchell's coming up. They actually gifted a handful of memberships. Tim Mitchell's done that a million times before as well. And very much appreciated, of course. I know all the recipients will be happy to have those memberships as well. When we look at what Tim Mitchell's doing, this creator actually produces videos for 3 different channels that I know of. So I'll show those to you right now. He's got his own channel here. He's just put out a bit of content, a small handful of videos to start with. Lots of shorts. He's continuing with these, but these have now gotten into 1,000 views. 1,600 on one of them, 1,800 on another. Some of these are still climbing. And then live streams on the channel as well. So he's done many live streams. I caught him a few days ago. That was lucky. If I have an early day and can get in, he tends to live stream mid-afternoon. I'm in the Eastern time zone, to give you an idea of when those are happening. And Tim Mitchell is now over 300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 we know they're going to be thinking about. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official is the channel in particular that Tim Mitchell produces videos for. So you wonder to yourself, what on earth am I talking about? But if you dig through the first month of videos here, you're going to find a special video. Where did it? Here it is right here. And it's Chef CV, who's the creator behind this channel, talking about how Timmy and I met. And I love stories like this, so that's definitely worth a watch. It's a 9-minute video there. It's perfect to connect with, as a matter of fact, if you want to see that. But what Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official is going to do is bring us into the kitchen, first of all, to make delicious looking dishes and meals, but then to help us navigate the kitchen as well and understand some of the cookware or bakeware or appliances and things we're going to find. They've got a really unique idea on the channel. This glorious colorful wheel is called the Wheel of Misfortune, and I'll give you a bit of a spoiler alert, but I'm sure you'll find it fun. What they do is let the viewers come up with a lot of the ingredients that are going to be included in the meals that Chef CV is going to prepare. So you get an idea of how interactive that can be, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of. I've been there for the Wheel of Misfortune more than once. So as well, we look on this channel at shorts, and we see that these have gotten into 1,200 and 1,300 views on a couple of these. Those continue to grow as well. And then this creator's got a second channel, the Unofficial Official. I can't spell it all. Off-topic squirrel. But I'd like to think that even misspellings are going to help, right? When we search, find, and click on each other's names, minor misspellings that everybody's going to end up doing will help the channel still come up, or videos anyway. Rocky Top Scratcher, thank you so much for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that before. We'll get them up after Heaven's Fire 18, who gifted a membership while we were on that break there. And we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away. Radio Jonesy, good to see you in the house. That's a channel I've got to still get to know, so forgive me because I'm not yet familiar with our connection here when we think about radio, but I have a feeling it's something I'll be looking forward to. I worked in traditional radio on rather large radio stations in Toronto for many, 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 many years in a past life, let's say. And then Chef CV is feeling better. Yeah, they were under the weather there for a moment, but that's good to know. And then the Unofficial Official Off-Topic Squirrel is a complimentary channel. So this is the same creator, Chef CV. Tim Mitchell's going to produce the videos over here. And these are complimentary to give us a behind-the-scenes look at the creator. And then once in a while, she'll take us into the kitchen. But she's got a lot of outdoor adventure here as well, especially in some of these shorts videos, getting into 1,000 views, 1,200 on another one. So it's great to see these growing, because we remember when these channels started coming into the Tuber Chat live streams. It's great to see that they're making progress. 100 subscribers on this channel right now, 103 to be exact. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 they're going to be thinking about. And then they do live streams once a month on this channel. Chef CV does live streams weekly. And Tim Mitchell does live streams sporadically, but usually, like I said, during the day. So lots of opportunity to catch these creators. But thank you again, Tim Mitchell, for the gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, like I keep saying. That's absolutely true, and very much appreciated. And then first Saturday of the month, they play Cards Against Humanity, which I have to admit I have played more than once with different groups of people. Probably the most horrifying was when my underage niece and my mother were both at the table. But that gives it even more of a challenge, let's just say. But Cards Against Humanity, obviously, extremely popular game. So hopefully everybody will catch that. And then that's between Tim Mitchell and these other couple of channels. And then, like I said, Heaven's Fire 18 also gifted a membership, so we're going to look at their channel right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then Matt and Mouse, yes, I can understand. Together We Travel. Good to see you here as well. And then Heaven's Fire 18 is up on the screen right now. This is a longtime friend, actually, but they've been with us for a while. Tim Mitchell's making me laugh in the chat. Yes, we take the safeties off. Absolutely. That's what makes the game the most fun, for sure. And I'll admit that I engage in even more fun games like that. Some of you will have heard of Jackbox. And there's other ones that are out there as well, but like those Jackbox party packs, you can get those on Steam and this and that. My family, typically we play that stuff when we're together for things like birthdays or occasionally things like Thanksgiving and stuff like that, or New Year's. We'll often play games and stuff. Scotty J Travels is in the house, and they happen to be a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel. I'll put them right beside Matt and Mouse for now. And then Just Jason Keto's gifting a membership as well, so thank you for that extra generous support. I know he's out right now, actually on a trip, so making extra effort to be here right this second. I certainly do appreciate that. He's a beloved and dedicated member and moderator, and he's across our country's area to the west coast right now, if I understand right. And then thank you for that, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Heaven's Fire 18 is another longtime friend now. They are working on 200 subscribers. They're at 171. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that next milestone. They've got quite a few videos here over the last few months, so I know I'm quite behind, but I'm going to take this 26-minute video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. It's pure variety on this channel, but when you have a look at their About section, you'll get an idea of the creator behind the channel and what they intend here. And then they've got shorts that have gotten into 1,100 views, 1,700, 2,000 on one of them, and then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator, up to many months ago, has done plenty of live streams. We'll see if they're going to continue those. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, of course. So thank you again, Heaven's Fire 18. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and they've done that many times before as well. And then Rocky Top Scratcher is coming up because they dropped a super chat a while ago.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then Katie's Kitchen. I know you've been here for a little while. I just put you on the wheel right now. I am Betty J. Gathers, is a beloved and dedicated moderator, so I'll get them on there as well. I'm going to clean up the wheel a little bit when we do our next break in another 5 or 10 minutes. What I'm talking about is I'll remove a lot of names from the wheel. Members and moderators will always be added right back on, and I know I keep saying it, but super chatters and membership gifters are put up right away. So Rocky Top Scratcher dropped another super chat, so we're looking at their channel right now. This creator is going to bring lottery ticket scratching, of course, and it's a much larger genre or category than I would have ever expected when I started on YouTube. As soon as we started the Tuber Chat channel, I started to learn about all kinds of other channels I had not ever seen or heard from before, and lottery ticket scratching is just a huge category. 6 daughters in a row, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That Six Bows is back with a second channel as well. She's been a friend of ours for many years. And Oki's Eden is making me laugh. I grow pumpkins and know things, yes. And then their Six Bows is back right there. They also happen to be a member, so I'll get them on the wheel. Rocky Top Scratcher is going to bring lottery ticket scratching. They've got a lengthy video here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give them pretty much a solid watch hour there, pretty close to it. And then they've got shorts on their channel. These have gotten into 3,000 views on one of these. Plenty over 1,000, one over 2,400, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So this creator just did one today, and then they do them sporadically. So we'll see if they're going to keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So Rocky Top Scratcher, thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that many times before. And Just Jason Keto is coming up.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And Just Jason Keto, like I said, is out right now. His live stream series will continue when he's back. I got a video here. I don't know why my red line is not all the way across. I thought I was there for oh, maybe I watched this after. I missed the premiere by like 13 minutes or something, and then watched it afterwards. I'm going to put this into my watch later list or catch-up list so that I make sure it gets run again. But he's got another one as well. So you notice a few chaffle recipes here in a row. This creator's done over 100 chaffle recipes by now, but he's got plenty of other recipes on the channel as well. And all of them feature only a few ingredients, literally simple and easy to make. And it's usually with stuff we have. Almost everybody's going to have in the house or in the pantry. So Just Jason Keto is going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living. He always motivates us with an ever-changing banner. He updates that every month or two. And this creator also brings us product reviews. A lot of things we're going to find in the grocery stores or health food stores, possibly marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And he can help us understand the ingredients, how they're going to affect us, especially if we're thinking about keto. He's got other traditional product reviews as well, usually for things related to the kitchen or a barbecue. And a few extra things as well. He'll bring us outdoors if he's taking a trip somewhere like he is right now. So I'm assuming he's filming, but we'll see soon enough. And then Just Jason Keto as well has lots of guests on his channel. I'll show you more of that when we get into the live streams, but he chops videos out of those as well. He's got shorts over here that have done extremely well. There's a hint about healthy looking or grilling shorts. Many of these into 4, 5, 6,000 views. One at 22,000. That one I've seen. And I promise you, it's entertaining. It's worth the watch. It's one of the older shorts, so it's I forget if it's 15 seconds or pretty close to it. And then live streams on the channel as well. So he's on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. He will be back within another week or two. It's probably going to take. I don't think he'll be back this week. He can let it. And forgive me, Jason, because I'm butchering the idea of when you're going to be back. If you've already said it in the chat, I completely missed it. But he mentioned being back, I believe, at the end of the month. And sometimes it's Jason himself. Sometimes he's got a guest, frequently actually. Sometimes he mixes things up. So he will do a homestead hangout with a bunch of other YouTubers, or a cook-along live stream with a multicam setup, for instance. Either way, he's got a loyal and dedicated supportive audience willing to help with questions and comments when we have them in the chat also. And then he's monetized, of course. His channel is just moving really rapidly now. He went after his 3,000. He got to 6,000 pretty quick. He's passed it now, working on 6,400 subscribers. And there's a bit of a story there. I'll make it quick, but he did have a video that just kind of took off. And which one is it? It's here, garlic butter chaffles. This one got 25,000 views. So that was not quite a year ago, 8 months ago. And this just set everything off on his channel. Every video afterwards was crossing that 1,000 views for quite some time. Another one at 14,000 over here. And then I can't remember for the life of me which one he said was the most popular. This is another one here. So this one is from a year ago. Onion ring chaffles. And his barbecue video's done extremely well. So you get an idea. And I've said this from the beginning. He'll have to hopefully reinforce it or let you know his honest thought about this. But what I've mentioned from the beginning is we're not necessarily just trying to make a video that everybody's going to like. That's really, really, really hard to do. All we can do is put our best foot forward for the good ideas that we have. We build a catalog of content. So the idea is we're making not 10 videos, not a dozen. We're making 100, maybe even planning for 1,000. And then we'll see how things are going. What happens is once you have dozens of videos on your channel, then we can call it luck or any other thing. But when it's your turn, the universe is going to take a couple of your videos and make them fly, and they're going to start to carry the whole channel. It's the common rule of life, whether it's the 90-10 rule or the 80-20 rule or whatever we want to call it. It's absolutely true in our YouTube channels. But it's a very exciting time. So we just keep making videos. We improve where we can. And consistency is always the key. But Jason's been consistent for years. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thank you again, Just Jason Keto, for another gifted membership. He's done things like that a million times before. Bell's Whisper Farmstead, I think I said hello. I hope so. And then Rocky Top Sports Talk is the second channel from Rocky Top Scratcher. Did I forget to put that up? Yeah, pardon me. I forgot to put that channel up. Forgive me. I didn't mean to make you drop another super chat there, but thank you for that. If I do that, then by all means, just please nudge a moderator or say something in the chat. I'll try to get that on. Rocky Top Sports Talk is another channel, and this is not it. Pardon me. Where this creator is going to talk sports. Obviously, I'm just going to grab their latest video, though I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Whenever creators have more than one channel, I try to remember to put 2 of them on the screen. I know we've got creators that have gotten into 4 channels and probably even more, so we keep it fairly limited. And that's great. Scratch and PPA advocating for him as well. Rocky Top Sports Talk is working on the first 100 subscribers, but more than halfway there. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 400 and 500 views already, which is great. And then live stream. So they did one yesterday. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. And like I keep saying, we got notification bells on for every single channel. Forgive me, everyone, for anything I'm missing in the chat. If anybody's mentioned anything you mean for me to see, just please mention it again or give that 3 thumbs up, and I'll try to catch that. And then thank you, Rocky Top Sports Talk. Absolutely unnecessary, like I keep saying, but very much appreciated. And then Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled is a second channel from another creator. Mindfully Crocheted has been a friend for years, so they're coming up right now.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Yeah, forgive me, I haven't talked about any YouTube features at all. On our community tab today, I keep calling it the community tab, but on our post tab, and forgive me, Mindfully Crocheted, I'm going to come back to your channel. I just want to show everybody this for a quick second here. So, let me switch accounts. I'm switching accounts all the time. I do all my community posts in advance, and I schedule them out, right? So we'll share our own, of course, every 3 days when it comes up. But otherwise, we're sharing all kinds of stuff. Jesse Journals and Unboxes told me about this video. I've been following Nick Nimmin since my journey started 8 years ago. He's one of my favorites. And he put out a fantastic video that she put... she brought attention to, because I don't watch every single video that all these guys come out with anymore, like Think Media and video creators and things like that, but I watch some of them, right? But this one's incredible because he talks about all kinds of new features. And that's an example of one. I think there's another one here somewhere. I'll share out from this one here, the Creator Insider channel. I hope everybody's following that. It's very important. That's where YouTube itself is telling us about the features that are coming. So title A/B testing is what Just Jason Keto is talking about right now. And they've given us this ability with thumbnails for a while where we can upload 3 thumbnails for every video. YouTube is going to show them to people evenly and then pick the one after a while that gets the most click-throughs, if that makes any sense. And the same thing for titles now, which is really, really cool because you no longer have to worry about, like, have I got the right title? You can come up with 3 of your best ideas or get ChatGPT to help you if you want to. A lot of that comes down to common sense, of course. But what you could do is ask ChatGPT or one of the, whatever your favorite AI system is now, to come up with 5 or 10 titles, pick your favorite 3, mix and mash them. But you, I'm assuming it's going to work like the thumbnails. You could change it afterwards. But Just Jason Keto uses these features all the time. He insists that it helps. Up until now, he's been changing the titles on his videos after they've been uploaded and insists that that has been helping as well. Forgive me if I'm missing anything in the chat. And there you go. Yeah, Just Jason Keto. If we're thinking about our videos while we're making them, where possible, remember that people might be watching them 3 years down the road, 10 years down the road. If we're talking about newsworthy events, it might be tough because you want to talk about what's happening today. But in a lot of cases, you can come up with things that are going to be what we call evergreen, like he's talking about right there. Hats on a mission. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And I'm way behind in the chat. I'm just going to catch up for a quick second here a little bit. And Mindfully Crocheted, like I said, has been a friend a long time. I can't remember for the life of me if it's more than, it's got to be more than 2 years by now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I feel like they might have been with us as long as 3 years, maybe even longer than that. I can't keep up with, I can't remember with certainty how long every single creator's been with us, of course. But sometimes I notice, especially the ones that have been with us for many years, like Mr. Fulton Mraz, who has been with me for about 6 years, since before I even started this channel. Points Blank Travel, Investing with Rod is another channel he's got. I forget how many channels he has. If it's just the 2, for some reason I think he's got a handful as well. But he's a longtime friend also. We run into each other in other people's premieres and live streams. And he's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then Crafty Witch 232 is doing a couple things here. I'm going to fall behind. They're actually dropping a super chat. They've done a couple here, and thank you for that. They are dropping one so that we'll look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. I can't tell you how many people have done that, actually. I think Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen might be the creator who has been promoted the most by others in that way here in the streams. And what that tells me is that Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is an incredible supporter to many other people. And then Oki's Eden dropped a super chat as well. We're going to look at that channel right after Crafty Witch 232 and Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. And, yeah, hopefully Mr. Fulton Mirage, your friend, is doing what they need to feel better. But they've always got interesting news for us, so thank you for that. Handicapped Traveler is also dropping a super chat right now for Rushing Wind Mountain. And Handicapped Traveler's done that kind of thing many times before. So we'll look at those channels very soon as well. Mindfully Crocheted. So this is a longtime friend. I can't remember for the life of me how long we've had channels in the Superchat family that have done crochet. But it seems over the last year or 6, 7, 8 months, there's just been this influx of, I don't know why it's quilting and crochet, but some of that creativity altogether, it seems, and a lot of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters in these groups. Mindfully Crocheted is monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're at 3,200 subscribers. They're already working on 3,300, which is great to see. They've got lots of interesting information in their about section, including talking about other crafts that they do outside of crochet. But we can see some of the beautiful things that they're making here when we dig through the shorts, getting into 7,800 views on one of these, which is fantastic. Then live streams on the channel. So you'll notice I've got notifications set already. We set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and regardless of start time. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. I see I've got a live stream here. I must have caught you for this one a few days ago. I remember. And then I don't know why my red line is not all the way across. So what I'm going to do is put that in my catch-up list, and I'm going to rerun that at the end of my list. And I'll show everybody what on earth I'm talking about there, and then we'll look at this creator's other channel. But if I go to this playlist that I keep telling everybody about, this is my catch-up list. Just a fun name for a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. But you'll notice that you can drag the videos up and down. You could do this on a phone as well. So you could change the order of how they're going to come up. And what that's going to allow you to do, if you want to, if you do what I do, you're going to watch all of the shorter videos first, and that allows you to watch like 20 videos in the first hour, because all the 3, 4, and 5 minute ones are at the beginning, and then they start to get a little bit longer as time goes on. But you get an idea of what I'm talking about, and it's a cool little trick, right, if you wanted to do something like that. This creator's got a second channel now, Mindfully Crocheted Unravel. They're already working on almost 200 subscribers here. I'm gonna get caught up with this channel as well by putting a video into that playlist, and then I see that they're doing these frequently. So I'm going to have to get to know this channel and exactly what they're doing here, but they got more information on their about section. Obviously, it's not their first time around, so they know to give us ideas about what they're going to do here. And then they've got shorts on their channel as well. These have gotten now into 1,400 on one of them already, and then live streams on the channel. And this creator is going live here occasionally, every couple of weeks or so, and hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. I got the notification bell on, of course. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. What we're going to do, we're going to take another break here for a little while. Oki's Eden, you've known him for about 60 years, close to it. And then, yeah, thank you, Points Blank Travel. Oh, investing with Rod and the point blank experience. Yes, of course. The points blank experience. Forgive me. Oh, 6 channels. I didn't realize you had that many. Yeah, I never recommend, or try not to recommend too often, that people start more than one channel, because you know as well as I do, especially Rod, that it feels like more than double the work running more than one. But for anybody that does have more than one, I try to look at least 2 of them. Joe Wee, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. This might be your first time here. And then that's really cool. Front Porch View of Texas has given us an idea of what their channel's about. Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled, thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know I'm falling behind here, but we got a few more channels to look at. So let's take a break and then we'll come back. We're going to look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, Oki's Eden, Rushing Wind Mountain, Handicapped Traveler, and of course, Crafty Witch 232. And we will do that right after we watch a clip from an upcoming episode. I'm going to try to get this out within 2 weeks from now. The next time we're going to do a stream on Saturday, we'll skip it and we'll run this. It's a conversation that I've had with the 6th creator in the series about how to get 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results.
Okay.
Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So
wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, can I leave it in there? I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. And a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. Not will, because I'm so busy. And I said, y'all already know I got an old lady brain. So we're going to keep that right in there, because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh, goodness.
And I tried another one, that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right. I'm gonna stay with it, because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it.
Right.
So don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes.
All right, let's take this break and then we'll come right back. All right, we're just about back, and I really cleared out the meal. The meal. What on earth I'm thinking of? The wheel. I really cleaned out the wheel. And I've still got a small handful of names there. And then any of our members or moderators that are still listening or watching will be re-added. But I really cleared it out this time a little more than usual. And members and moderators will always be re-added. And then, Just Jason Keto always makes great points during the stream, but he experiments with a lot of different ideas and then shares the results of those with us as well. And Sir Dank for Jesus is another channel from Handicapped Traveler, and then Broke But Bountifully Blessed Carol. So they will say never delete a video. So I'll give you my, just for the sake of saying, I'll give you my opinion on that. If a video is like, you got to put a lot of consideration into it, because sometimes we think about deleting something and then we think about bringing it back. So for instance, this is more extreme, but I can't tell you how many people have stopped YouTube or quit YouTube only to come back 2 weeks later, usually because of trolling. I don't blame anybody. I have been through some of the worst myself. It's awful, terrible, and the one thing I can tell you is it usually subsides over a couple of weeks. They can be the longest couple of weeks you ever remember, but it does disappear eventually, and then we all laugh at it afterwards. But almost everybody that quits comes back 2 weeks later and says, I wish I never deleted anything. There's lots of things you can do. You can take your videos and make them private if you want. I don't recommend it, but you can, because you are all but guaranteed to lose the watch hours, maybe even the views in a lot of cases. You can make them unlisted. Again, you'll lose watch hours. The term is public watch hours. Very important that we keep that in mind. But by the same token, you can always film things and not use it. You can delete videos if you want to. You can always, if you're going to start a second channel, like take some of the videos down from the first, upload it to the second and things like that. I don't necessarily recommend everything that I'm talking about, but you can. So one of the things I do recommend, though, is if you're thinking about deleting a video, consider making it unlisted or private first, because at least it's already in the algorithm if you decide to bring it back with a bit of a head start there. But we all got to make the right decision for our own channels. I did say we were going to look at a few channels here. Crafty Witch 232, before we went on that break, dropped a super chat so that we would look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. And this is another creator who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here, and obviously has had a great impact on many other channels as well. And Broke But Bountifully Blessed Carol is our feature channel for today. And what we do is feature a different channel at the beginning of pretty much every live stream here. And that's to give everybody an opportunity to meet a loyal, dedicated supporter, even when we're not live streaming. You'll notice that featured in our thumbnails, for instance. And it gives you an opportunity to meet somebody who's had great impact on the Tuber Chat channel, even if it comes down to engagement in the chat, let's just say. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is somebody who has been featured a long time ago. They've been with us for many years. This creator will bring us traditional homesteading content throughout the channel, including live streams and shorts videos. But Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen puts a lot of consideration into the videos they're going to make. I'm convinced of this because I've watched a lot of their content, and they plan very well, and then they execute well as also. So the idea is to give tips and tricks to other homesteaders, usually cost-conscious ideas. An example is a lot of these recipes. I've seen a lot of these videos where usually the stuff, I think in every case, comes out better than they even expected. A lot of outdoor content, a lot of practical tips when it comes to homesteading. And then shorts on this channel as well. These have gotten into 2,200, 2,700, 3,900 views. I think that one is still getting views, if I'm not mistaken. And then live streams on the channel as well. These are occasional, but Kristen will take us either for a fireside chat or a walk by the water, stories to be told at the same time. And this creator's working on 3,700 subscribers now as well. So hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone, and soon to be 4,000, I'm sure, as well. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes is still here. I'll make sure they're still on the wheel. We'll get to spinning soon, but Crafty Witch 232 actually dropped a super chat so that we would look at Kristen's channel.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
Wheat's Art is here. That's Wheat and Shaw with a second channel focused on art. And then Crafty Witch 232, this creator dropped a super chat so that we would look at Kristen's channel. And when we see what Crafty Witch 232 is doing, first of all, this creator's live just about every single day. And I'll show those to you in another moment, but when you look at the thumbnails on the videos page here, you get an idea of some of the things that they're creating. They actually create a lot more. When you read the about section, it says they craft all the things. They do cross stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads, a lot of sewing, and I'm sure much more. What I had learned for a while, or after a while, is that this creator actually makes a lot of things for the purpose of selling them. And they've collaborated with other creators, as we can see. They've got shorts on the channel that give a lot of pop culture references, but check these out. Some of even the newest ones are getting like monster views by the look of it. And you see all the pop culture references I keep talking about. Most of this is a mix of crochet and 3D printing, but getting into 10,000 views, 14,000. On one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams, like I said, they're on almost every day, and sometimes even collaborating here, if I'm right. I thought they had a split screen going on the other day. I thought they were doing a StreamYard, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Crafty Witch 232 is working on 3,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I wonder if our moderators or anybody who's been with us from the beginning here's what I'm saying with the subscriber numbers on a lot of these channels. I know there's faster ways to grow, right? Lots of people are promoting and this and that. But it really is incredible, because when we started the Tuber Chat channel, it was more common for me to say this creator's got 200 subscribers or 300 subscribers, and we've got so many channels now, over the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and even more. It's kind of funny to me to kind of see. It's not funny, but you know what I mean. Heartwarming, let's say, to see that things are moving faster than ever before, and more creators are getting into the partner program. I know that's important to a lot of us, and things like that. The Supreme View is in the house. Good to see you here. Greenland Quilter Katie just dropped a super chat again. They've done that kind of thing many times before. Their link was dropped as soon as they did that, of course, automatically. And thank you for the extra generous support. We're going to look at their channel right after, so dang for Jesus. And then I put you on the wheel again, create and relate. I did clear out the wheel a little while ago. I put Butler Family Farm back on there as well. I usually don't take them off, because I know Jerry's usually here. Even if he's got to work or something, he runs it in the background. The Supreme View, thank you so much. We will look at your channel, though. I see what you're saying there, but thank you. The Supreme View is fairly new here. They've just been here a few times, but it's been over the last several months. But we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we've got a few channels to go through. We still got a lot of time, almost an hour and a half plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the wheel and the screen. But we'll look at the Supreme View right after Greenland Quilter Katie. Crafty Witch 232 dropped a super chat earlier, so that's the reason they're up right now. But thank you, because they've done that a million times before also. I'm assuming they'll be on tonight. As a matter of fact, I don't have a raid set up. Crafty Witch 232. If you happen to be going live tonight and want to be on by 9, I can raid in. Warmstrong Adventures, good to see you in the house. I think they're still on. I'm not sure if you're still on a cruise or on another cruise. I think Warmstrong Adventures is on another cruise. We were talking about him being in Greece, and that's getting on 2 to almost 3 weeks ago, if I'm right, because he was on with a bunch of other creators, and then I saw them come home. And unless Warmstrong Adventures extended that, and now that I'm saying it, now that I'm hearing myself say it, I think you said you were going for a month. But I could be completely wrong about that, so forgive me if I'm mistaken. And that is Warmstrong Adventures Bill. He's been on over 40 cruises by now, my dear goodness. And then, thank you. Create and Relate is actually going to celebrate 1 year on YouTube soon. I hope everybody's always celebrating their milestones, because your audience will want to celebrate with and for you. Thank you, Warmstrong Adventures, on another cruise to Barbados. Yeah, I wasn't sure. My full-time gig now takes me away from YouTube so much of the week, like in the daytimes. And I had been off for about 5 months. So I was able to be on YouTube much more, and I really feel the difference now that my time has been cut back. But hopefully I'll catch you for some of that. Warmstrong Adventures still comes in. He's still out there supporting other creators while he's on a cruise, if you can imagine that. And this creator continues to support here in Tuber Chat, but he also tends to do live streams from some of the cruises as well. Which is great. So hopefully everybody will catch that. Crafty Witch 232, thank you again. And then let's see what they had to say, because I just offered them that raise. They'll be on. Okay, Crafty Witch 232 is going to be on at 9 o'clock, so we'll raid into theirs for today. And then my dear goodness, yes, I'm falling behind. Oki's Eden is coming up right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Oki's Eden is up right now. This is a channel I'm just getting to know. I've seen them out supporting others, and they've been here several times now. This is something funny. This homemade pizza bread is interesting, because I was trying to remember for the life of me who had the video with this thumbnail that I was looking at, because Kristen made homemade pizza today, but she made an experiment as well. So if I can describe this the way I understand it, what she did is she took the pizza dough, homemade pizza dough, and she rolled it out. And then she started to put the ingredients, right? Like the pizza sauce, the cheese, the pepperoni, and rolled it almost like what you'd expect for a cinnamon roll. And then just chopped it into a bunch of pieces. It was a pretty interesting experiment, and delicious, of course. Forever Goshlin 3004. But it made me think of this video right away. I see they've got a couple more videos here. So I'm just going to grab this latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels. Over weeks and months, by hanging out in premieres, live streams, watching videos, I get to know the content. And then for anybody that wants to connect outside on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. Yeah, Michael's Adventures, I could be mistaken, because I didn't see how Kristen was doing it. She was in the kitchen making all this stuff, and I was like in the other room on the computer, but I kept walking into the kitchen. So, you know, I've done far less baking than a lot of people here. So whether it's baking or cooking or anything like that, I may not catch all the different techniques, let's just say. And then Oki's Eden doing well with shorts, getting into 3,500, 4,300 here, 6,000 on one of them. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've got one coming up in a couple of days, Sunday. Hopefully I'll catch you for that. Should be up at that time as well. I'm in the 5 a.m. club now almost every day. And then Oki's Eden seems to be live frequently, almost daily, every other day or almost every day. And then 640 subscribers, and they're going to bring us gardening tips, recipes, laughs, obviously, like in the chat, and I appreciate that as well. And then farm to table meals are an idea. So hopefully everybody will connect with Oki's Eden, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then we're going to look at Rushing Wind Mountain now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Yeah, I think Oki's Eden has sent us a couple of friends over the last several weeks, maybe more than a couple as well, and I appreciate that also. Rushing Wind Mountain, Ruby is the creator behind this channel from the Pacific Northwest. We're looking at this because, pardon me, Sir Dank for Jesus, the handicapped traveler, dropped a super chat so that we would look at this channel. When that kind of thing happens, like I keep saying, it makes me understand that these creators have had impact on each other. Now, Rushing Wind Mountain is something we have known for about 5 years now. An incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here for almost every stream over all this time, if you can believe that. I know not everybody can be, and I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know we got friends that run the stream in the background, and I don't expect anybody to try to type and drive and things like that. But Rushing Wind Mountain has been with us a long time, and like I said, for stream after stream after stream, hundreds of them, if not the majority. And then Rushing Wind Mountain is now working on 14,000 subscribers. So they're pushing the channel pretty hard. This creator is bringing a mix of what we almost might group into the ballpark of ASMR, pleasing audio and pleasing visuals to go along with it. They got a really lengthy video here at 5 hours. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, but what I'll do is I order the videos in my catch-up list from shortest to longest. So things like live stream replays or lengthy videos like this can still get run, still count for their watch hours. We got to keep those up even after we're monetized. It's really easy, but we can. It's something we got to think about, right? Shorts on this channel have gotten into 13,000, 16,000 views, and you'll actually find some humorous moments when you go through some of these shorts videos because of the wildlife. They can do unexpected things, and then live streams on the channel as well. And this is more pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. This creator has experimented both with horizontal and vertical or landscape and portrait live streams. And these come in all lengths as well, from anywhere from an hour to 12 hours long. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Chrissy's Cosplay Wardrobe, good to see you in the house again. And Jody Genealogy is Marketplace Boutique. It's good to have you here. Getting them on the wheel right beside Six Poses Back because they happen to be a member. And then Sir Dank for Jesus is the second channel from Handicapped Traveler. They dropped a super chat so that we would look at Rushing Wind Mountain, so we'll look at their channel right now.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Oh, Chrissy's Cosplay Wardrobe, it's your birthday right now? I'm going to put your channel up quickly in a moment right away for your birthday. But hopefully everybody will join us in wishing them a happy birthday. Yeah, Warmstrong Adventures, it's a different life. I used to be a DJ for like 25 years, so it's the opposite. But I promise you, even while I was working at that time, like for all those years, it was fun and all that stuff. But I did crave the day that I would be a morning person. And I can't say I'm a morning person. It's not like I jump out of bed with all the energy in the world. But yep, I'm up 5 a.m. every day, usually before the alarm. And I'm on the road by 6 at most times. And there you go. Blester Crochet. It's their daughter's birthday. Yes, Chrissy's cosplay wardrobe. So hopefully everybody will wish them a happy birthday. Blester Crochet, good to see you here as well. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to put their channel up for their birthday, but I'm going to do it after a couple more, and we'll look at Blester Crochet as well, so everybody can see where they're coming from. But I'm going to try to step on it a little bit here. I tend to get behind because I talk too much. We all know that. I'll try to reel in the story time and get it moving. So Sir Dank for Jesus is a second channel from Handicapped Traveler. This creator is going to bring us spiritual inspiration here. I'm sure just by looking at the thumbnails you get an idea of what this channel is bringing to us. They're working on 200 subscribers right now. And then Handicapped Traveler is with us just about every day as well. They've been a friend of many, many years. And this channel's gone through a bit of a change, an extreme change actually this year. But when we look at what they're doing, they consistently put out videos, usually travel-based and usually from a certain perspective, obviously, hence the name of the channel. But when you have a look at their About section, you'll get an idea of what they're bringing to us. They've got plenty of videos ready to go. Premieres all lined up. Sunday's the first one. They've got them weekly, or pretty close to it. And then I see they've got a brand new video they put out today. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with the channel. They've got shorts over here. They've got some winter weather there. They're able to show us all 4 seasons at 1,400, 2,700 views on some of these, and then live streams as well. They got one set up for the end of the month. They usually do these the last Friday of the month. So I've got my notification on for that already, even though I've got the notification bell on for the channel, of course. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thank you again, Handicapped Traveler, for another super chat so that we could look at Rushing Wind Mountain. I certainly do appreciate that. I know they will also.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Greenland Quilter Katie up on the screen right now also dropped a super chat. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. Thank you for the extra generous support. I certainly do appreciate it. And then we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then anytime, any place, anywhere. Yeah, we've been at this for like 5 years, so my guess is most people are going to say that it does work, but you can let me know if you want, if you're just coming from another channel to do what sometimes channels do when they say things like that. And then Greenland Quilter Katie is up on the screen. This creator, when they first came into the Tuber Chat family around a year ago, they were putting out a bunch of videos that were giving us a look around Greenland. And they bring us water-based views here. You can see the beautiful mountains in the background, glaciers and icebergs on their thumbnails and things like that. So it took me a while to get an idea of exactly what they were doing here, but these are a podcast that they've got going on. And then they mix things up a little bit. So over the last Christmas season, I know it's been a little while, Christmas is going to be coming up again, but they did some shopping videos, which were a little bit different. Then they've got shorts on the channel as well, and this is where they bring us even more beautiful looks around Greenland. A lot of variety here, 2,900, 3,100 views. and then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator has got a panel full of guests most often. They could be quilting, they could be conversating, and hopefully everybody will connect with Greenland Quilter Katie, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then thank you for the extra generous support. Again, like I said, they've done that many times before. And when we look at what's coming up next, the Supreme View is who we're going to look at. And then we're going to look at Chrissy's Cosplay Wardrobe. That's Blessed to Crochet's daughter. They've got a birthday that is happening right now. So hopefully everybody will wish them happy birthday. We'll look at Blessed to Crochet, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. We're going to take a break. Mariana Latrinia, good to see you here. I did get you on the wheel as soon as I saw you come in. Jose Fantasticville is coming in as well. Thank you for being here again. And right before we take this break, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. These are videos. I hope everybody will go and watch them in full length. They're between an hour and 2 hours long. All of the creators that are featured have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight. And the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, let's take that break and we'll come right back. All right, we're just about back. I was cleaning up the wheel there again. For any of the members or moderators still listening or watching, as long as you're active in the chat, I'll have you back on the wheel if I had removed it. But I'm going to try to really speed things up because we got quite a few channels to go through and still an hour less. Left. It's plenty of time. So the Supreme View is somebody that I'm still getting to know. They've actually been with us a few months, but they've been here just a few times. I've been to their channel just a few times. What I'm going to do is grab one of their latest videos and put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get another piece of content watched, and we'll get an idea from the About section about what to expect over here. I know this creator does quite a bit of live streaming. I've caught them for that as well. Some of the shorts have done great. 24,000, 80,000, 110,000, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I can't remember for the life of me. I'm sure I caught them live once. I can't remember. There it is right there. So it's already been 3 months. Hard to believe. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. I got the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, of course. And then Gloria's Platter, our dear friend, is in the house as well. She celebrated a birthday not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to look at Chrissy's cosplay wardrobe because they're celebrating their birthday today. So the Supreme View actually dropped a super chat a little while ago, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. And let's have a look at what Chrissy's cosplay wardrobe has got going on right now.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
So this is Blessed to Crochet's daughter's channel. And like I said, they're celebrating a birthday right now. They're almost at 400 subscribers. We'd love to get them to that milestone right now and maybe a few extras so that they can keep that locked in. Chrissy's cosplay wardrobe. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos here. It's actually perfect to connect with at 3 minutes. Fall is beginning for sure. Colors like that are starting to show up around Ontario, Canada, where I live. It's not going to be too long before we're right into the yellow, red, and orange on the leaves for all the trees and things like that as well. It's a beautiful look. I try to get out a few times a year so that I can show the different seasons and outdoor live streams. This creator's got quite a few shorts now. These have gotten into 5,000, 8,000, 12,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they did one last year, and then we'll see if they're going to do another one anytime soon. And again, this is the daughter of Blessed to Crochet, who's a longtime friend of ours now. I can't remember for the life of me if Blessed to Crochet has been with us for, I think, 3 years. It's probably getting close, 2 for sure, but I think it's 3 by now. And forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Sometimes I go and look, but that's okay. And then when we look at Blessed to Crochet, we see they're working on 2,000 subscribers now, which is great. They're officially on the road. They've passed their 1,900. They've got quite a few videos ready to go right here. A nice birthday prayer song for the daughter, which is nice to see. I'm going to put this this latest video into my catch-up list. This creator will bring us a lot of spiritual inspiration here, but they want to focus on connection, really, between creators. And that's the idea, a mix of crochet and connection here. They've got another channel. I'll show that to you in a second as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 9,000, 10,000 views on several of these, featuring a bit of random content and some creativity there, and then some live streams as well. So they tend to live stream pretty frequently. They just did a live stream as a celebration for their daughter, which is nice to see as well. And then Blessing Through Connection is the next channel that this creator has got going on, and this is meant for people to be able to come in and connect with each other. They've got a lot of shout outs here for people who have been through the channel. 264 subscribers now and plenty of live streams. They're doing these regularly. They was daily for a while. I thought they might be doing these a few times a week. I'm unsure. And then these feature pleasing audio, pleasing visuals, tend to be lengthy. You see, like, for instance, a 7-hour one here, but people come in and out and then therefore can connect and get to know each other and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blessed to Crochet and their daughter as well, who's celebrating her birthday, Chrissy's cosplay wardrobe. And then I was just about to get actually another channel on the wheel, Front Porch View of Texas. We're going to see. And let's spin and see who's coming up.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Next up is I Am Betty J Gathers. And this creator is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. And when we look at their channel, they're well beyond the 3,000 subscribers that I talk about all the time. It's a very telling marker, in my opinion. I fully expect anybody that gets to 3,000 to be able to get to 10,000, or I should clarify, I expect anybody that gets to 3,000 organically to certainly be able to get to 10,000 if they want to, maybe even 100,000 or a million. The only reason why those numbers come into question is because it can take years, and we don't know what YouTube or the world is going to look like 3 years from now, for instance, let's say. I'm sure everybody knows what I mean. Now, I Am Betty J Gathers is always motivating, always inspiring. This is a creator that is essentially living her best life over 60 on her channel, and she shares a lot of positive ideas like healthy eating and healthy living. She's done a ton of vlogging that brings us into her home, into her life, out on the road. And then this creator's got lots of shorts on the channel. She's been known to do many more than 365 shorts in a row. She continues those frequently today, and many of these, it's interesting to see, have gotten into 7,000, 8,000, 9, and even 10,000 views, featuring just the creator herself, which is uncommon and a great accomplishment. And then when we look at some of the other live shorts videos here featuring more variety, they've gotten into 13,000 and 15,000 views. And then this creator's done a lot of live streaming as well. They featured lots of other creators on their channel. Crystal Sparkle actually inspired them to do a series of interviews, which they did, but they've done plenty of these kinds of things before. And I've been on the channel with Betty at least once. We talked for an hour and a half about YouTube and moderators and our friendship and our YouTube journeys and things like that. So I hope everybody will go and rewatch that as well. I Am Betty J Gathers is working on 3,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then, yeah, Butler Family Farm, I've got you on the wheel. I might have taken it off for a moment, but I put it back on as soon as I noticed that I'd done that. And then Front Porch View of Texas is coming up right now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
So this is a brand new channel that we're seeing for the first time here. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days, and we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
There's been a lot going on with YouTube for well beyond a month now. I noticed in August things got a little bit weird. YouTube seemed to be rejigging the algorithm and everything like that. And traffic on YouTube channels, even here in Superchat, was up and down. I was watching some of the other channels, like in our Superchat family here, that have very vibrant, fast-paced, high-energy live streams, and seeing even their numbers were up and down and this and that. It's been sort of unpredictable for a while. Then, not that we want to talk about it because it's not appropriate here, but there have been a lot of newsworthy events that have been going on, especially over the past week, if not a little bit longer than that. And that has drawn a lot of traffic as well. I know some creators who have had more views on their channels than ever before. And that is because of some politically charged newsworthy content. So we have to think about that when there's really a lot going on in the world that is drawing attention of what it seems to be everybody, if that makes sense, then we have to realize, like, hey, the traffic on what we're generally doing might be down for a moment. It always comes back. So we see today is explosively busy again. I mean, Tuber Chat's always busy, so thank you everybody for that. But today, overwhelmingly busy. It wasn't for a few streams there, which was interesting to see. The Queen Before You reacts, thank you again for another raid. I'm not sure if they're here. They often raid at the end of their stream, but I'm uncertain as to whether they come in or not. I've caught them as well. Been over there to thank them for that kind of thing. Wheat's Art is a channel from Wheat and Shaw, and they've been a friend of ours for what I think is at least a couple of years by now as well. Pardon me. Wheat's Art is where they're featuring a lot of art that they're making. I'm just going to grab the latest video. This one's quite short. We should be connecting with videos that are 3 minutes or longer. There's plenty of them here. And then shorts on this channel give us a perfect example of what they're bringing here more often than anything else. Lots of live streaming, so I think they're chasing some watch hours here with plenty of live streams almost daily. And that'll give everybody a chance to connect. I say that our moderators allow everybody to connect on their channels, but the truth is most people here, probably 90% or more, allow it and encourage it as well. So as long as you've got friends here in the Tuber Chat family, you got lots of places to meet more and more friends for your channel. And Wheat's Art, let's have a look at their original. Wheat and Shaw. I really never know what to expect on this channel. This creator's got quite a bit of variety here, and definitely a loyal and dedicated community around them, dedicated audience and community, let's say. And Wheat and Shaw, like I said, you never know what to expect. Lots of stories to be told. But this creator obviously is a dynamic host. You can see that right away. And then shorts on the channel as well. This creator featuring a little bit of that art, but they've got other random content here. But they've gotten into 4,800 and 5,100 views and then live streams on the channel as well. And this is another example of where we never know what to expect. But they do a great job of keeping up with the chat. I know not everybody can. One of my favorite shirts there, of course, the pizza shirt that I noticed the last time we had this channel up. And hopefully everybody will connect with Wheat and Shaw. We'd love to push them towards the 800 subscribers we know they must be thinking about.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Matt and Mouse, fellow Canadians, they have an interesting project that I was taken away with right away when I started watching their content. This interesting off-grid tiny cabin that they've got, which they've managed to make into a really cozy idea. It was almost like a challenge video on the channel where they were talking about how many people can they sleep in that cabin, I think it was. We'll have to look through their videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. Here it is. Can we sleep 4 adults in 149 square feet? But I don't know why I'm so fascinated with things like tiny cabins and cottages and things like that. I'm not a homesteader. It's not like I spend a lot of time in the outdoors. I'm sure everybody can figure that out. I have been to the outdoors. I understand what it is. But I aspire one day to maybe build or have something like that. But Matt and Mouse, loyal and dedicated supporters as well. They've been here for just about every stream for as long as I can remember. And I think it's been almost a year ago since they did the Homesteader Hangout with Just Jason Keto, a collaborative live stream, let's say. The Queen Before You reacts, thank you so much for the raid again. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and they've done that many times, and I've been over there, like I said, to catch them live as well. I'm just going to grab this latest video that they've got here. First time on a sawmill. I'm going to put this into my ketchup list. They're making some countertops there. That'll be interesting to see. And then shorts on this channel as well. They've gotten into 1,500, 1,700 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they did this one that, like I said, there's Jason right there, and it was a homestead hangout, a bit of a different idea, but it's always cool to see people collaborating, because whenever you collaborate with anybody else in any way at all, it's a great way to grow your channel very quickly. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're pretty much guaranteed to grab a handful of their most loyal and dedicated supporters. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in another moment. And it looks like it's going to be King Morgan. So what we're going to do, we'll take another break. We'll grab a drink and do what we need to do. And we'll come right back. And then thank you so much to Queen Before You Reacts for the like and share as well. These clips that I play before we go on these breaks a lot of the time, these are from a video series on the Superchat channel now. There's 5 episodes, a 6th one coming. All of these creators help us with their insight to understand how we can get more than 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channels.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group. And there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Superchat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap, whatever it is.
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember, I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that, I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or what was it, 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure.
All right, let's take that break, and we'll come right back. right, we are just about back. We're looking at King Morgan. I cleaned up the wheel again a little bit, so for any of our members or moderators that are still in the chat, just please be active in the chat, and then I'll get you back on there if I removed your name. King Morgan is working on 3,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They've been a friend of many years as well. A lot of video gameplay we're going to see in a lot of their videos, and then sometimes they'll give us some personal stories to be told when we look at their videos. Many of these are quite short, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. This is perfect to connect with at 3 minutes and 2 seconds here, but I'm going to take one of the longer ones here and put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep joking about that's got the fun name that I use to keep or get caught up with creators. There's shorts on the channel here, and this creator brings pure variety at 5,800, 7,100, 9,900 views. I'm sure they're going to get their 10,000 on that video, and then they've got live streams over here as well. Lots more video gameplay, and hopefully everybody will connect with this creator, push them towards that 3,400. Obviously another loyal and dedicated supporter. And then Sterling's Makes and Adventures. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's another friend that's been with us for many years. It's good to see you back in the chat. Create and Relate is coming up right now.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And then Create and Relate is up on the screen right now. This is another creator who's been with us a long time as well. They've been with us at least a year now. This creator brought us a lot of product reviews in the beginnings, and now I see even more creativity coming from this creator. It's really interesting because a lot of the things that they're unboxing or reviewing, pardon me, are things we can use in the spirit of creativity or for our YouTube channels as well. They got plenty of lighting here, plenty of things to make merchandise with, like this Cricut maker. They've got at least one camera review that I've seen, and then a lot of creativity, especially lately. And I see they've got another video here. I'm going to put this video into my playlist that I use to keep or get caught up with creators, and they're making quilling leaves. Is that how we say that? Yeah, quilling. That's something that's going to be a little bit new to me, I think. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,000 views, 1,400. Plenty of shorts with a little bit of variety here. And then, pardon me, my allergies are just on me like crazy right now. And then live streams on the channel. And they've done some diamond painting in the latest live streams. I caught them for a couple of these. We'll see if they're going to continue these live streams. They did them up to a few months ago. But Create and Relate, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're working on 600 subscribers now. So hopefully we can push them a little bit closer to that milestone. And then Butler Family Farm, there's a check mark in the chat.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So I wonder if we were to see I don't think it was you, Glorious Platter. I think I wonder what somebody would think if they were with us at the beginning of the summer and then just saw Butler Family Farm right now and said, hold on a second, didn't that channel have 10,000 subscribers? So there's only two ways to grow this fast. One of them is legitimate. It's promoting your channel through the YouTube promotion system in the YouTube studio. And Jerry let us know that he was starting to use that a while ago. And you can see that the channel's just exploded right through the 100,000. Spoiler alert, they've actually got their play button, and you'll see that in their live streams. It's hanging right there on the wall. Butler Family Farm, now crossing 110,000. They've got 116 acres of homesteading content, I would like to call it, because I group a lot of different things together, like ranching, farming, sometimes fishing, hiking, and things like that. And when we look at what Butler Family Farm is doing, they're going to bring us all around their 116 acres of farmland. They're going to bring us cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, chickens, llamas, cats, dogs, and more. They make their own tools when they need to. They bring us into the kitchen. They make their own honey, among other things. Jerry makes a lot of glorious things in the shop. He does a lot of beautiful woodwork, which is, in my opinion, incredibly impressive, as a matter of fact. They punch out videos like crazy, too. They've been putting out videos, especially now. They got a lot of footage when they went on a cruise. It was called Cruise in Alaska 25, and we've been looking forward to this for a year and a half. I wish I could have gone, but they went from Seattle to Alaska for a week, and there's other YouTubers there with them. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's the playlist I keep talking about. Hopefully I'll get some time on the weekend to watch some of these, because it looks like they did quite a few different things. Butler Family Farm says they caught a lot of footage there. And then these creators, Jerry and Susan, bring us a lot of shorts videos as well. Some of these have gotten into 10,000, 12,000, and 53,000 as well, and then live streams on the channel. And this is where we can catch them every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. And sometimes it's Jerry and Susan giving us a chance to get to know them. Sometimes they are on the road, like they brought us a couple of live streams while they were out getting ready for that cruise, and right at the end of it as well. And then these creators meet up with a lot of other YouTubers, and you'll see that in live streams and videos, but they tend to bring us live streams whenever they go to the larger meetups. They can have up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters together. And Butler Family Farm, obviously Jerry and Susan are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And here, even with all that they're doing, are here for just about every single stream, even if they're doing things in the background. Now, I know not everybody can be, and I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, but I like to recognize it when we get creators that are coming around so frequently. And then I always... it's interesting to notice the different mix of channels that come through the chat. And when we remember all the different things that have happened over the course of a stream, I don't expect everybody to remember. But sometimes there are moments that stand out. And then you notice some of the channels that come through. We've always got new friends coming in. We've got friends that haven't been here in a while, but I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And then I find it interesting to think about the mix of channels that have made it through in a day. And Katie's Kitchen is coming up right now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Oh, Butler Family Farm is posting them maybe like a video for each day. I'm assuming like a vlog then. So I see they say they've got most of the videos up because it was a week-long cruise. So I see. But I'll be looking forward to that. That actually makes me happy. And forgive me, because as much as we would all like much more content, it makes it easier to know that I can set aside probably an hour to watch that, because it looks like they were doing 10 or 15 minute videos, if I'm not mistaken. And Katie's Kitchen is up on the screen right now. This creator I'm going to drop the handle for, because Katie's Kitchen could be a very popular name. But Katie's in the Kitchen is their handle. I know that because once a month I share a video for them on our community page. For instance, it's not just members and it's not just super chatters and moderators and things like that. Everybody gets a bit of a mix of the shares. It's always based on who's most active here in the chat and most prominent in the community on the streams, let's just say. And I've got a system. I keep track of all the moderators, all the members, all the super chatters, everybody who's been here for every single stream, so that I can mix those up. But Katie's in the Kitchen has been a longtime friend. She's been with us for years as well. So I recognize her handle, of course. So this is a brand new video, from a couple weeks ago, let's just say, but great because it's been a month. I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list. Now, she typically brings variety on the channel. There's food bank grocery hauls here, some cooking videos, and then that looks a little bit different. I'm wondering if she's using Nano Banana for that. I wonder if everybody's heard of that, the part of the Google AI system. It's unbelievable now how fast everything's moving. I know nobody needs me to say that, but imagine we weren't even using AI, most of us, a couple of years ago. I had barely dabbled in it and didn't even remember when ChatGPT took over the news. And then now everybody's got like their favorite AIs, one for imaging, one for edits, one for, silliness and all kinds of stuff. Katie's Kitchen has got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 2,500, 6,700, 8,300 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. Mostly video gameplay, but we might get an opportunity to get to know Katie's Kitchen as well in these live streams. We'll see if she's going to keep those up. And let's spin the wheel. The Real Martin 1998, good to see you in the house. Katie's Kitchen uses Gemini. I wonder if anybody here's using Perplexity. I keep hearing these like opinions in a lot of videos that I watch outside of the Tuber Chat thing. I'm into a lot of like crypto and technology and stuff like that. So I usually watch, I would say, a half an hour a day on average. Some days it gets up to about an hour, but there's really not that many channels. What I do outside of Tuber Chat is when I find a channel that I really like, I pretty much just stick to that. I don't watch many different channels all saying the same thing, because it's very easy to watch the same content over and over and over. It feels a little bit different because it's different people describing it, but it's really the same story. And I just want meat and potatoes, let's just say. So I've got one channel for crypto mining. I've got one channel for technical analysis for trading. I don't do any trading, but I want to know about it, right? One video for all of the news that comes out with crypto and things like that. These are just ideas, but just giving you an idea of exactly what I do while I'm on. Bored as Heck Crafts, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Cabarar Retro Nights is Cabarar Gaming with a second channel. They've been a friend of about 5 years now as well. I'm just going to grab this latest video from Jesse Journals and Unboxes. I thought I was there the whole time this weekend. I can't imagine why that red line is not going all the way across. That's the third time we've seen that today. I'm sure I was there. Yeah, I thought I was there for the premiere this time. And forgive me if I'm wrong. But Jesse Journals and Unboxes premieres every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I literally, for some creators, I know they have schedules and they post with perfect consistency. A lot of our moderators do that. So I'm able to catch most of what they do. Never all, of course, but you know what I mean. So Jesse Journals and Unboxes has unboxed just about everything that you can. There's bath and beauty products here. There's stationery. There's snacks. There's crafting supplies. And a lot of times, Jessie Journals and Unboxes will show us the things that she makes with the things that she unboxes, typically crafting supplies. This is where the journals and collages and things like that come from. She's got collaborations with other people and Happy Meal videos because of the support that she gives to others, I'm sure. And she really does a great job of thoroughly describing all the things she's bringing to us. So if it's an unboxing video, she'll describe the different ideas. If it's a haul, which also is a type of unboxing video. Same thing. And then when she gets occasionally into subscription services, and a lot of us have seen things like that as well. Here's an example. Like, they've got subscription services for books, for snacks, for jewelry, for socks, you know, if you want magazines, comic books, anything. And Jessie Journals and Unboxes is going to feature a lot of the things that she finds in the unboxing videos in her shorts videos here. There's washi tape here. There's bath and beauty products throughout. There's jewelry and other wearables. There is stationery, more crafting supplies, and you get the idea. And I think she's posting more and more of these, actually. And then when we look at Jessie Journals and Unboxes, we see that this creator's working on 2,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,600 that they're thinking of, if that makes sense. Forgive me while I'm tripping over my words here. Bored as Heck Crafts forgive me for the life of me. I'm tripping over myself. We've been at this for almost 3 hours already. Why can't I remember the name of the channel? She's here all the time. She's got at least 2 channels. I Died NDE is the creator behind Bored as Heck Crafts. She's just started that channel. But no, you don't have to get a membership with every channel. What I'll ask from everybody, and forgive me, Jessie, I'm going to get back to your live streams in a second here. For anybody on Superchat, like in the Superchat family that's, you know, here in the chat and whatever, if you have more than one channel and one of them has a membership, that's more than enough. You know, absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. But you don't have to have 2, you know, or 3 to get onto the wheel and everything. I may forget if I don't see the green color in the chat, but you could just remind me and I'll put it on. Georgia Suburban Homesteads. Forgive me, I don't know what on earth is stopping me from remembering that. I'm having brain farts over here. Jessie Journals and Unboxes has got, thank you. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I don't know what took me a second to get that. Jessie Journals and Unboxes has got live streams here. Now, she live streams occasionally, but this creator is so supportive that she'll have a flood of support in her chat. It is very fast-paced and high energy. She rivals those of the Stock Explorer and Scratch and PPA. Her support for all of us over the last 5 years has increased. And that's a tough trick, right? When there's so many channels to follow, let's just say. And then PK Adventure Travels. Thank you, Ryan and Mel. I know you said you're just going to be here for a moment, but I appreciate you hanging out as much as you can. And then Bored as Heck Crafts. No, and I don't want to solicit it. You might not be able to gift memberships or any of that stuff right now because I made this stream unlisted. Whenever it gets overwhelmingly busy and I think we're not going to be able to close it out after 3 hours, if I make it unlisted, it slows it down, right? Because some people will not make it right back into the live stream. As ridiculous as I know that sounds, that's actually what I do sometimes, but it stops things like super chats and things like that. We've had enough. It's more than enough, you know, always on every stream, but today included, so I'm not worried about that stuff. And then the Stock Explorer is going to be coming up right now.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
I'm lucky that the Stock Explorer and I, Nora is the creator behind this channel. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator here as well. We talk frequently. I was like probably 1 day away from messaging them and saying, hey, are you going live? Or, you know, am I going to miss you? They tend to do pop-ups and they don't really have a schedule, but the Stock Explorer is another creator over the last 5 years has been so supportive to other people that they can go live whenever they want, and they will have a flood of support, and the chat rolls super fast, like I said, like Scratch and PPA, Jesse Journals and Unboxings, Butler Family Farm. You know, some of these are really fast paced and really high energy, even faster than what we've got here. And the Stock Explorer is working on 2,400 subscribers now. This channel's evolved over the years. Nora started by talking about the stock market in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. She's always been very forthcoming about her own stock plays and portfolio. As a matter of fact, the Stock Explorer will share a bit of what we call alpha on their posts page. And some of this is members only content where they'll show you some serious patterns for trading to see if a move might be happening with a particular stock. They talk a little bit about crypto as well. And over the last couple of years, they've added a lot of lottery ticket scratching into the channel. And they've got a series right now called Scratching with Strangers, where they're meeting people for the first time and scratching lottery tickets with them while they listen to interesting stories. And then, yeah, Bored as Heck Crafts, it won't let you right now probably because I've turned off the, I've made the stream unlisted. That's the only reason for that, probably. But it's absolutely unnecessary. I've got you on the wheel anyway. So, and we've only got 15 minutes left, so we'll be able to get to your channel pretty quickly. Vintage Style by Joe, I just added you onto the wheel, and I'm going to drop a link here. And part of me, the Stock Explorer, I'm going to get back to your channel in a second. You can see I'm tripping all over the place again today at the end of the stream. Maybe it's because I took the honey. Michael's Adventures reminded me to take my honey. He's had me on local honey for a couple of years now, and I did forget today. And I just went and had it a second ago, and then now I'm tripping all over the place. The Stock Explorer has got a lot of videos with product in hand where they're literally talking about individual stocks, sometimes with charts and graphs, a lot of friendly conversation over here as well. And then they've got shorts on the channel. This is pure variety for Nora, but they've gotten into 3,100, 4,600, one at 15,000, and this one still gets views. The Coke Machine video, and then they've got live streams over here as well. So like I said, Nora's live occasionally. They do a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling with other creators. They've been in a million StreamYard panels and things like that. I've been on their channel with them. We talked for a couple hours about YouTube, and sometimes it's a chance to get to know Nora, and hopefully everybody will connect and get them to that 2,400 subscribers that they're thinking about. Of course, they're monetized as well. Lots of ways to support them there. And then Bored as Heck Crafts. That's something that somebody would have to force me to do a lot of learning about before I would end up trying, because I don't know anything about it. I'll be the first person to admit I don't know anything about any of that stuff. So I just don't know whether or not it would be of any benefit. But I tend to just grab local honey. Usually for the last long while, what I've been doing is when I see a farm, like what I do with sweet corn, right? If somebody's got it on the side of the road, I literally like stop the car, hop out, go buy from them. Kristen has sourced out a couple of different places where we're going to be able to get some local honey. Last one I got was at like a traveling farmer's market. They just move around. And then Tropical Buzz is a second channel from Nora, the same creator behind the Stock Explorer. And they have got the intention here of teaching us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. They're in Florida, so they've got an extended growing season, of course, and they post occasionally, but they've got quite a few shorts and quite a few videos to get us started, and over 300 subscribers now, which is great to see. And then, yeah, Michael's Adventures. I have to learn to not forget. Sometimes I have a coffee while I'm doing Tuber Chat, but I didn't do that today. And I put the honey in the coffee usually. And then Scratching PPA is coming up right now.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So Crafty Witch 232 went live. That was the link I dropped. I can't remember for the life of me what I just said. Glorious Platter, it's unlisted because when it gets really, like, Tuber Chat's always busy, but when it gets overwhelming, and I'm going to have to, like, cut off without putting a lot of channels on the screen, like when it's too much, then I put it unlisted, and what that does is it slows things down because people are coming in and out all the time, but not everybody's going to be able to come back in or know how to after they leave the chat. I know it sounds ridiculous. Why would you not want people to come in back into your live stream? But my voice can't go beyond 3 hours. We've been trying this for so long, right? That's why we cap it. That's why I play those breaks all the time to try to keep it going. That's the reason. And when you make something like when you make a live stream unlisted while you're live, it cuts off things like super chats and stuff like that. But it's okay because, like I said, we've had enough of that today to, you know, make things very happy and, you know, all that other stuff. And I certainly do appreciate it. I say it all the time. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Everybody can see this channel's doing well. We always do. So I don't want to push that kind of stuff. And yeah, it just makes it a little more manageable because I don't want everybody disappointed at the end of every stream. If we finish off with 30 people still watching that haven't had their channels up and they never get up, it's going to be not a very exciting experience for everybody. So that's the best idea I have. Scratchin' PPA is another creator who's been with us for long over 5 years now, pretty much from the beginning of Tuber Chat. And if you can believe it, he's been here for over 800 episodes of Tuber Chat. And forgive me because what I didn't realize in the beginning, and I really should have, and I didn't stop myself, is a lot of times people will go on a trip, but it's not necessarily a vacation. So I've definitely made a couple of slips there. But Scratchin' PPA recently went to Italy. He's done that before. He actually expanded the content on his channel when he did. He brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts videos from Italy and some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen. And his first live stream came from Italy as well, which is a wonderful addition to the channel. Typically, what he's going to do, though, is bring us an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching with the Scratch Challenge series of videos. And what he does here is pits two lottery tickets against each other and then offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. I was happy this week because I actually caught his premiere. I have this new, it's not new anymore, I've been there 4 months now, but I got this new full-time gig and it's like a Monday to Friday. It's more than 9 to 5, but it's something like that. But it takes me like I'm working always. Part of my job includes driving. So if I'm lucky, I can aim it, and I was able this week to do that so I could be there for Pete's premiere, but I have to drive. So I don't know how often I'm going to be able to not be doing that, but I was lucky to at least be able to catch it while it was live or while it was premiering. He premieres every week with perfect consistency, and he has done that for all these years, literally like almost 5 years. Yes, almost 5 years for the Scratch Challenge series of videos. It will have been a full 5 years very soon. And he's posted many other videos as well. You have to go back to the beginning and see some of the older ones before he started the Scratch Challenge. But this creator, when he premieres, he's got a super fast rolling chat. I mentioned Jesse Journals and Unboxes, Butler Family Farm, the Stock Explorer is very fast paced, very high energy. and a lot of fun to be a part of. And you'll meet more friends over there because all of our moderators allow and encourage that as well. When we look at Scratch and Pete PA, like I said, you can vote on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook between the tickets for next week's video. There's a hint in his thumbnails about the giveaways that happen in his video series, and you'll notice that they're all vibrant and colorful to match his beautiful banner and his avatar. That banner, by the way, is updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 5.5 years ago. So hopefully everybody will help this fellow Canadian get to the 2,500 subscribers we know he's thinking about. We know he's monetized, so there's lots of ways to support him and return the love to him when we get to his channel, because we know Scratch and Pete PA is incredibly supportive to everyone around here. All of our moderators are some of the most supportive creators I've met in my now 8 years on YouTube. And Vintage Style by Joe is coming up right now. Maybe what we'll do, we're going to take a break again. I just need it for my voice, but we'll come right back. We'll make it quick, 3.5 minutes, and then we're right back. Right. Oh, all right. We are just about back. Pardon me while I press all the wrong buttons again. one of the things I should mention to everybody as well, sometimes I go and just check a notification or two while we're in the breaks there, but there's a lot of, there's always scams going on. It's with our phones, it's with our computers, it's with everything. But we have to be more skeptical than ever before about everything that comes through. There was a hack this week with Chrome browsers. So everybody should update their browser if you haven't already lately. And these kind of things are happening all the time. A lot of it's like looking pretty real, but all the nonsense that I see on Facebook, especially because I've been on Facebook from the beginning, but you have to wonder if things are real. And I'm not talking about the posts that everybody's putting, like that humans are putting, but we have to remember that some of the best marketing people in the world are now leaning on AI and just making things that are not real at all. It's meant to trigger us, it's meant to keep us watching, and they make money from this stuff. So we just gotta try to, when you see something that's too triggering, in my opinion, just scroll past, get off the thing, because I promise you the stuff gets me too. I have to remind myself that it's not real. Vintage Style by Joe is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who's got an interesting twist on her channel as well, because she's making vibrant and colorful, beautiful things, usually sewn together, a lot of quilting as an idea, but she actually does quite a few other things now, that I've come to learn as I've gotten to know the channel. But this creator is really getting a jump on some of the trends that are about to pick up, like the fall colors, for instance. She's already done several Christmas videos, hoping to ride that wave up. It's a great idea. And this creator makes vibrant, colorful things, usually out of scraps of material. That's what I've seen from her the most. Not always, but a lot of the time. And some of the things that she makes are just fantastic. And you can see something like this quilt this one here, quilt right here. I think she said there's 500 pieces to that, if you can imagine. My goodness, cutting out 500 triangles. I don't know where you have the patience. And Vintage Style by Joe, I've been lucky to catch for several live streams. She's got another one coming up. That one's later next month, so we'll see what she's going to do. I don't know if she's going to do pop-ups. Yeah, she just did one today. I didn't catch that. I caught her. I didn't realize it's already been a few weeks. Feels like yesterday. My time is going faster now. But I've got the notification on for this one. Hopefully I'll catch you for the next one. But I've got notifications on. And then I'm just curious if you're going to be on the weekend. This creator's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on this channel at 1,300, 1,500, and 2,600 on a couple of them. I think one of them is still getting views there, one of those two. And you can see what I mean. Really vibrant and colorful things with scraps a lot of the time, not always. But what I found most fascinating is that she's using scraps of fabrics and materials that otherwise might have been passed along. Look at this. Here's another beautiful pillow. She made a pillow the other day I was really taken away with. And quilting, obviously, I think we can all agree quilting is a ton of work, even if we've never done that before. Yeah, even she's saying in the chat it's a lot of work. And then Cabaret Retro Nights, I hope you get the channel back, my dear goodness. What I can tell you, and I hope this is encouraging, is somebody that I know, not really know, but like an acquaintance on YouTube outside of Superchat, does a channel that's perfectly legit. They're a nice enough person. I feel like they're a good human being and everything else. They do a crypto channel, and the crypto channel disappeared. And I was freaking out. I was like, there's no reason I know about this stuff. It shouldn't have happened. And I reached out to them and did a bit of back and forth, but they got it back, which is great to know. And I can't remember who else, but I feel like another channel just this week was gone and they came back. So whatever you have to do to try to get that to happen. Cabaret Gaming's been a friend of ours since the beginning, like 5 years now. And I can't imagine with the gameplay footage that they're doing, that they're going to have a problem, but hopefully you get that sorted. And then Bored as Heck Crafts. This comes from our Georgia Suburban Homestead, another brand new channel. I'm going to take one of your videos, put it in my watch later list. I'm just going to go ahead and subscribe right now. Usually I don't. It doesn't matter. And then I'll just put the other one in the catch-up list as well. I'm pretty sure they'll get this channel up and monetized within a year. And then this creator, we'll see what they're going to do with their crafts here, but this is our Georgia Suburban Homestead. And they've been a friend for several years as well now. An incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, put that in my catch-up list as well. But you see they're bringing us typical homesteading content, a lot of outdoor footage here. They want to inspire us to grow our own food, even in a residential neighborhood. They've got shorts on their channel that have gotten into 5,300, 5,900. One of them's got 10,000, which is great to see. And I see more and more coming over that 5,000 mark. And then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator's done plenty of these, usually a StreamYard with at least another guest. And then they've got another channel. I'll look at it quickly. Forgive me because I'm racing. I died NDE. I didn't expect us to go overtime. I shouldn't have taken that break, but I died NDE is here, bringing us the idea behind stories about near-death experiences, not just their own. They might look for other creators to share on their channel. They've got several videos to share with us here. One short, just probably to make me laugh, I think, because it says, oh no, a glitch there, if you caught that. And then they've got shorts, live streams on the channel as well. They've done a few of these. So we'll see what they're going to come up with here. And that's the same creator behind our Georgia Suburban Homestead. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get Caden Plays It coming up. This is a channel that actually comes to us from the son of Makeup Mom and Son. And she has been a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here for the last 5 years.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
When we look at Caden Plays It, we see a young creator that's going to bring us some video gameplay and some product reviews. He's getting some help from Mom on the channel, but he's already got some shorts here that have done well into 2,000 views on one of them, 2,200 there, which is great to see. Live streams are something they might continue with. We got some Roblox there. We'll see if they're going to continue that. And like I said, this is the son of Makeup Mom and Son. This is Michelle, and she's been a beloved and dedicated moderator here from the beginning. This creator's also monetized, and wow, now over 5,400 subscribers, which is great to see. She's always been known for elaborate looks when it comes to makeup and beauty. She expanded this into the idea of Halloween themed looks and makeup tutorials. And when we dig through some of the shorts, we get an idea of the elaborate things she's made. Some cooking videos here as well. Lots of variety. She's gotten into 128,000 with one of these. That one's still continuing to move. And then videos. She has done a lot of different things, including Get Ready With Me type, makeup and beauty. She's done a ton of unboxing and product reviews, challenges, subscription services, and she's always thinking about something different she can bring to her audience. It's interesting to me because a lot of the food that she's going to go through here are these snacks we don't get to see in Canada. We only get about 10% or 20% of the different flavors of things like Cheetos and other things that she's got, McDonald's type treats and things. But Makeup Mom and Son also does a lot of collaborating with others. She's done a million StreamYard panels. I've been with her both on her channel and many others. She's done lots of interviews. I was part of her interview series, for which I was honored as well. There she is with Hilda DC and Corinne's Life, or Corinne Pierce, and that's a common sight. And hopefully we'll see more live streams from Michelle as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Makeup Mom and Son, obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to today. I'm overtime again. I wasn't expecting that, but I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here. I know we got friends that run the stream in the background, and even if you've just come by to say hello or if you're driving and things like that, I appreciate that too. I hope everybody will connect with our moderators. I think it's obvious to see that these live streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. They help me make this look easy. We've got a raid set up, so Crafty Witch 232 is already on live streaming, and I'll come over there in a few minutes and I'll leave this running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do, so everybody can clean up their connections here and we'll raid right in there. Matthew's Bushcraft actually is a familiar creator because they come from another channel called Big Family Expedition, and this young creator is teaching us survival skills that people of all ages can learn. I see they've got a brand new video, so I'll have a look at what they've got going on here. Sometimes they take us out for different adventures as well, be it by themselves or with the family, and then they've got shorts on their channel, and these have started to move. 1,600, 2,200, 2,800 views. And then Matthew's Bushcraft has 214 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. So thanks everyone again. Forgive my quick exit, but let's go over and see Crafty Witch 232. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Superchat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Superchat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Superchat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Superchat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Superchat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.